Welcome to Olympian Water Testing, giving you the best in water analysis. Today we're looking at Wiley Online Library, where the iron content of drinking water is associated with anemia status among children in high groundwater areas in Bangladesh. So is iron good or bad? As we know, iron is an essential mineral. It's the most common mineral on the earth. And not all heavy metals are the same, where lead, arsenic, mercury, and other heavy metals are bad in any context. This can be good in a few contexts. That being said, is iron in groundwater good or bad in this situation? It's something to take a look at with this study and then relate to our own experience. So iron in groundwater provides a good source of absorbable iron for humans and can contribute to optimal iron and hemoglobin status among populations. So it's not all bad. However, you can get enough iron from your diet. It doesn't hurt sometimes if it's in the water. That being said, elevated levels can cause problems. So they aim to examine the relationship between iron content of groundwater and anemia status among 12 to 23-month-old children in a rural area of Bangladesh. Now, the study was conducted in 80 randomly selected unions in different districts, and a total of 800 children aged 12 to 23 months were selected via systematic random sampling method. Now, the child's age, sex, stunting status, consumption of iron-rich or iron-fortified food, maternal age and maternal body, the BMI, was the type of terrain. They were subjected to multiple logistic regression analysis to observe the independent relationships between groundwater iron content and anemia in children. What did they find? In total, 50.4% of children were anemic. The odds of children being anemic were 1.51-fold higher among households consuming water with an iron content of less than 2 milligrams in the households consuming water with iron content greater than as well. So childhood stunting, sex, age, and type of terrain were also significantly associated with anemia among children. So sometimes, while iron can have problems, groundwater with a higher concentration was significantly associated with a decreased risk of childhood anemia. And this study provides evidence in the importance of groundwater iron to protect impoverished young children from anemia. And while this is in Bangladesh, this can also apply to different places. So while iron can be helpful, and there is some helpful uses to iron definitely, it's still a good idea to make sure that iron levels aren't elevated to a point where it causes problems. Because while it can help with anemia, iron overload is still an issue, especially if someone has hemochromatosis like we've talked about in other videos. So it's always a good idea to make sure that even if there is iron in your water, that it is not elevated, even if there are some potential health benefits to having some iron in your water.